This is that late night working after 3, man. This is why my old girl was mad at me. This why I'm your majesty, man. The click is the tightest, the tightest, the drinks are the coldest, the future the bright.
What is the deal, beautiful people? My name is Ramon. This is Lifestyles Defined, and we are talking Microsoft Groove. Yeah, so this service has come a long way. I mean, I guess you could say the start of it, the real start of it was Zune software, Zune service, whatever you want to call it. And I say that's the start of it because that's where they introduced the subscription model when no one else was doing subscription. And, you know, of course, it was a companion to the devices that they were selling, the Zunes, of course, that many loved, many hated, many laughed at. So here is that service that has been around for a long time. And with the Zune brand dying, it then some sort of way became Xbox Music. And this was at a time where Microsoft, you know, the Xbox 360 became a thing after it was proven that the Xbox as a platform was there. And it was a fairly intelligent thing to want to brand everything entertainment under the Xbox. I really didn't see an issue with that. But, you know, Xbox Music was called Xbox Music for a while, and it wasn't available on the Xbox for a little space. So that in itself was interesting, and I feel like the product never really took off. And, you know, throughout the years, they had these weird ways of managing it. Before Windows 8, you know, you had to use Zune software and not Windows Media Player, and it was just a mess. But Zune software, by and large, I think for those who use it could tell you it was by far the best software management for music. I loved it. I really did. Some people still use it today, so, you know, it's really dope. But now, on the eve of Windows 10, on the eve of the launch of Windows 10, a few people found some references to something called Groove and some of the code in a few of the bills. And, you know, Microsoft just came out and said, yeah, you got us. So they're rebranding the Xbox Music into just calling it Groove. Rebranding, right? That's something that's been going a long way with Microsoft. And I think it's a strategy that's beginning to work. You know, you pretty much just take the product and try to give it a fresh new spin and sort of drop the stigma that it has. I'm not mad about it. They first did it with Windows 10, where they sort of skipped 9, and there's a lot of conversation around that, and that worked. You know what I mean? And they went back to it was some conversation around the Xbox, and now it's called the Xbox One. And now here they are again doing the same thing with Xbox Music. Groove, I'm not a fan of the actual word. According to Belfiore, they did it because it's something that's synonymous with, you know, talking about music and people getting into their groove. Okay, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna fight you, and I don't really care what they call it. The important thing here is the service remains intact. That was what I was worried about when I heard news of the rebranding. And of course, you know, even though you could read 1,000 places that said no, it's just rebranding, sometimes they like to hit you with something in there, you know, really upset your day. But yeah, it's literally just a rebranding. And I mean, Groove at this point, it's about if you like the name or not, or if you think people will grasp or take to the service more because of a name like Groove. You know what? There's a lot worse. I think Spotify is definitely the better of the names. Tidal, I think, is a good name. Play Music, Google Music, no. Apple Music, no. Xbox Music, no. But again, I don't care. I don't care about the name of things as long as the service is dope. But let me know what you guys think out there. You rocking with it? You don't like it? You like it? Let me know. If you've been thinking about a subscription service, you might want to jump in now. Maybe they'll give some deals or some crap because they're changing the name all over the place. You never know. My name is Ramon. This is Lifestyles Defined. I'm out of here. Peace.